Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Nigel's View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Today we're going to be looking at some pictures, some videos, and we're going to be talking about facts and figures because for me things don't really add up. We're also going to be drawing the winner of that last cup that I'm giving away, and we're going to find out who won that at the end. I think you can agree the world has become a very, very strange place in a very, very short amount of time. There are many people out there that are very, very scared about what things are going to happen to them if they don't do as they're told. I've noticed this because, yeah, I think you most probably have noticed yourself. Stay home, stay 6 foot apart, don't do this, don't do that, you're going to catch a virus. Well, you're looking at my Twitter page and you can see a hashtag Trump virus cover-up. Many people are starting to realise that maybe what we're being told is not the truth. The whole world is in lockdown. Anyway, we'll deal with that in a second, and we're going to be looking at facts and figures. Undisputable for me because things don't really make any sense. Over to your left-hand side, you can see there's a video, and we're looking at Jonesboro after the tornado. About 23 hours ago, as you can see, it was posted up here. Mother Nature, the power of Mother Nature. A car that looks like it's been hit by an express train. Hopefully there was nobody in this car, but unfortunately many people lost their lives, and our hearts and prayers go out to all those people, especially what's going on in the midst of everything else. Makes you feel very, very lucky. I think you can agree. Let me get on and show you some things that make you question what you're looking at. Over many years, many people have been talking about weather modification, and we've been called conspiracy theorists. They don't really care no more because they're being so blasé about what's going on. It's being published in newspapers. Here's something that popped up on my feed. I need to share it. Notice of intent, County of Los Angeles, Department of Public Works hereby gives notice of intention to conduct a weather modification program. Nature and purpose. For all these people that don't believe, it's here in black and white. There's also 60,000 patents that you can go and read. I'll leave the links to those in the description box down below. Tornadoes, hurricanes, strange weather. Is it them or is it something else that's actually causing what's going on? You make your own minds up. Sometimes you come across something that you can't really explain, a picture, a video, and this is definitely one of those pictures. It came up on my feed, it's from Royal Time. Let's translate this, it's from Korea by the looks of things. Even if you look around, there are cases where the clouds suddenly appear in the sky where you can see only the sun and there are no clouds. For me, what I'm looking at is a jellyfish in the sky, and that is the only way to describe it. There is an oil slick going on. There are clouds that look like there's been a big explosion, and these clouds up here seem to be splitting, and we can see the blueness through it. Are we looking at a lensing system up in the sky? Really not too sure, but on a scale of 1 to 10, this is definitely one of those I haven't got a clue photographs. So really, to have a complete stab in the dark, I believe what we're looking at is technology in our sky, and that is the only answer that I have. Something that we can see with our own eyes that really shouldn't be there. Maybe you've seen something that I haven't, and you've got an answer. Leave it below. Just very quickly, if you don't want to find out who won the cup, just jump forwards 2 or 3 minutes because we've got some more information that I need to show you and I need to share with you. Before we go any further, I would like to announce the winner of the third and final cup. So unfortunately, if you haven't won one, there are no more. Maybe at a later time I might actually sell one for maybe a loaf of bread, some toilet roll, some milk or eggs. But unfortunately, this is the last cup. On the video, no way, all you needed to do was leave a comment. That's simple. And all you needed to do is get the most likes. I'm not judging it. The people that are reading your comment are 2,335 views, 312 people liked it, 6 people must have been talking to my wife because they didn't like it. Let's have a look at the winner. There's 104 comments, James Sinkey, you have 18 likes. Cotter123, you have 11. Christine McNeil, you have 7. Fred Brand, you have 7. Rise Up with Risey, you have 4. Wes, you have 3. New Moon, you have 5. Uncle Deadly, you have 4. Boo Cat, you have 3. Lisa Button, you have 5. Alan Stoodle, you have 5. Craig Burns, you have 3. Lee Nanda, you have 3. 9/11 Awakened Angel, you have 4. Lisa Jane, you have 11. Reality Not Fiction 2, you have 2. Kington, you have 6. Lisa Borum, you have 5. Chris Jeffrey, you have 2. Did I pronounce that correctly? I hope I did. You told me off, didn't you? We have been set up big time. You have 3. Robert Kaplan, you have 5. Lone Yukon, you have 3. Stashman, you have 2. Lee Nanda, you have 6. Michael Jones, you have 10. Dirty Skies California, you have 4. T Spill, you have 2. Lee J, you have 3. Key Bio, you have 2. Anne Gibson, you have 4. Northland Chick, you have 3. Brandy Boo, you have 2. Sherry K, you have 2. Reality Not Fiction, you have 2. Christine McNeil, you have 3. Raven Kiefer, you have 1. And Sean, you have 1. Willow, you have 1. Hopkin, you have 4. Willow, you have 1. Gerald Anderson, you have 1. So I think the general consensus here is that James Sinkey with 18, I like to say you are the winner. What did you write? Hello, Brother Nige. Most of social media was created by the CIA so they could gather information on us. And James, yes, what a true statement that may be, because let's take Facebook, for instance. You can be with a group of friends talking about different people's names that you haven't seen for such a long time. You go back, open Facebook up, and all of a sudden, do you know this person? How is that at all possible? Maybe you're talking about planes, trains, or automobiles. Was that not a film? But nevertheless, we're talking about pushchairs, prams, refrigerators, holidays, and suddenly that advert suddenly appears. They are listening, they are tracking, they are watching. Big Brother is there in your life and there is no escaping. So congratulations on winning the third and final cup, James. I'll leave my email address in the description box down below so that you can send me your details and I will send it forthwith. Also, I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to leave a comment and watch my videos. It's really, really appreciated. Thank you so much. I've got some great subscribers. Some news, hopefully, that me and Rise Up with Risey will be doing a live stream. Just got to sort some details out with the young man, and I think that's going to be an outstanding live stream. And also me and Matt Rogers, hopefully, are going to go live as well. Let me show you a few things that I've come across that might interest you. Here's an article from the Mail Online, and most of you have already heard about what I'm just about to speak about. Comet 5 times the size of Jupiter is set to light up the night skies in April and could be brighter than Venus. It's 5 times the size of Jupiter, really? The comet was discovered on December the 28th, 2019 in the area of Ursa Minor. It's currently in Mars orbit but is on its way towards the Sun and getting brighter. It was spotted by the asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS. It's quite funny why they're calling it ATLAS, by the way. I suppose it's because this system found it. If it doesn't break up, it will reach the closest point to the Sun by the end of May. It's 5 times bigger. ATLAS, a massive comet 5 times the size of Jupiter and about half the size of the Sun, will appear brighter than Venus from Earth by the end of April. Are they trying to tell us something? Because that must be quite big, don't you think? The exact size of the rocky icy core of the strange comet isn't known, but is likely only to be a few miles across. 1 minute ago you said it was 5 times the size of Jupiter, but has a much larger atmosphere. It's a comet, how can it have an atmosphere? It's currently close to Mars' orbit and increasing in speed as it makes its way towards the Sun, and will make its closest approach to Earth in April. So it's got an atmosphere 5 times bigger than the size of Jupiter. That's what we're being told. Will that interact with the Earth's magnetic pole? Or as it goes towards the Sun, will the Sun fire off a great big CME? Because we're told it's icy. Comets are not icy. Don't forget we're looking at an electrical universe. So what we're actually going to get is an electrical discharge. Are we going to suffer the consequences? Is that why everybody's disappearing? And it also says here that it is going to be brighter than Venus. Why is Venus so bright? That's what you've got to ask yourself. I'm not actually going to deal with this in this video. I'm going to deal with this on another video. I've got something else that I need to show you. While we're talking about comets, let's talk about asteroids. I've come across something that I need to show you and make you aware of. It's on the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory site. I know they lie to us, but in a roundabout way they do tell us the truth. They hide more things than they actually tell us anyway. I'll leave the links to everything that I've been talking about in the description box down below. Sentry Earth Impacting Monitoring, Impact Risk Data. Down here we can get all the information that we need. Table settings observed anytime, impact probabilities, scales and NEH. Are they asking for some type of drug or a handout or whatever it might be? You never know. 21 entries, and down here object designation. We've got the names. Let's have a look at Apophis 2004. Whoa, that's quite late, isn't it? MN4. The date range is 2060 to 2105. 12 potential impacts, and here it tells us it's got 1 in 110,000 chances of hitting the Earth. If I was betting on a dog, I certainly wouldn't bet on that one, or a horse, because we have no chance. Let's have a look at Bennu, 2175 to 2199, 78 potential impacts. Let's have a look at the odds. It's 1 in 2,700. So let me show you something that I've come across. Down here we've got the year range, and one stands out. 2020 to 2025. 3 potential impacts. 2018 VP1. Let's have a look at the odds of this. 1 in 240. Now, if I was a betting man, I would certainly take those odds because they are extremely good. I think you can agree. Let's click on the name and see what pops up. And we've got the object details and all the information here. I'm not saying it is going to do anything. What I'm just doing is making you aware of the situation. Year is 2020. Month is November. Date is 02 and 05. They'll make their minds up, won't they? Distance from the Earth 0.78. That is quite close. So before we actually leave this page, let's have a look at the next time it flies by the Earth, which will be in 2025, November the 2nd. Let's have a look at the impact probability data. Click on the button, and as you can see, the odds are 1 in 3,300,000. You've got more chance of winning the lottery than that actually hitting the Earth. But this November, it's going to get, well, the odds are extremely good that it, well, I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm just pointing the fact out as you understand. I've shown this page many different times. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm just going to do some number crunching, and I'm going to show you that the figures don't really match what we're being told. Seasonal flu kills 291,000 to 646,000 people worldwide each year, and this is actually from the Lancet Medical Journal, published in 2013. So let's take this figure here, just round it up, 600,000 people, say for instance, divide that by 12, what you're left with is 50,000 people, and half this figure here, so that would be around 25,000 people that sadly passed away each month. Let's have a look at the facts and figures that we're being presented. A total of 47,292 deaths in 3 months. It really doesn't make any sense. 936,597 people have contracted the flu. Now, if this had been this total here, maybe we could call it a pandemic. And by the way, I'll leave the links to this channel in the description box down below. Without a shadow of a doubt, many people around the world lose their lives to the flu each year. We've seen the facts, we've seen the figures. If you follow the narrative of what we're being told, many people are dying from the virus, but the figures don't really match up. You want to know more, go over to Twitter and have a look at the hashtag empty hospitals, and they're removing videos like it's gone out of fashion. Many people are showing us around the world that our hospitals are empty. They're tweeting, letting people know. It doesn't really make any sense. We've all got to do our part. Don't forget, stay 6 foot apart and make sure that you don't go out, because if you look at somebody the wrong way, they're going to drop down dead. I think we're being lied to in a very, very big way. But it's for you to decide. Who am I to say? Of course, all these people on here are just lying to you and showing you videos that don't really exist. Why would they actually do that? You've got to understand that the whole world is under lockdown, and why would that actually be? Anyway, enough of this, I think you get the point. The reasons behind the lockdown for me are self-explanatory, especially when we get to see pictures like this. This is from Jono, really appreciated for sharing it with me, and you can see that there is something just here, and we're looking at a cloud coming out of the back of a plane. Of course it is sky lens, and we can tell it's a sky lens because we got the outside and then you've got the ring on the inside. Is this here? I'm not rightly too sure, but it's something that we shouldn't be picking up on camera. And how about this picture? Another picture from Jono. We've got this black dark ring here, which I believe to be a sky lens, and we're getting a rainbow that is definitely wrong in the sky, and multiple reflections of this plane flying through the sky. Look at what's happening behind this rainbow. Very, very revealing, very, very telling. So the reasons why the lockdown's in place for me is very, very simple. We've seen it time and time again. Here's another picture that really shouldn't exist because, it's just a lens flare. Talking about lens flares, I like to see the trolls troll this one. What we're seeing in the sky for me just says the reason for the lockdown. There is something coming, and it is major. Our governments are never going to tell us the truth in any way, shape or form. Anyway, it's for you to decide. I'm just pointing the facts out and putting it in front of you. But many people still don't believe what I'm saying. I will be going live on DLive very shortly, so if you're not subscribed, I'll leave the links to that in the description box down below, because you're going to miss out on some content that I can't actually do on YouTube. Anyway, I'm sure you've got better things to be doing with your lives. I've taken up enough of your time, and we're going to be looking at some of your videos and pictures in a later video. Hopefully very, very shortly. So unfortunately, I'm being held prisoner in my own home, and I'm sure that's the same for you. We can't go, we can't be the people we're supposed to be because of a flu virus. You make your own minds up. That's all I've got for you now. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.